In this video, I am going to share how to get a job in data engineering as a fresher in 6 months. Few months before, I landed my first job as Azure data engineer as a fresher with zero professional experience. When I was learning for data engineering, I got so confused by seeing the long list of skills to learn, and I have no idea in which order to learn those skills and which resource to follow, which are actually worth my time. And on top of that, every time I switched to a new playlist for new skill, I had to get to used to different teaching style all over again. That constant switching slowed me down more than I expected. So what I am sharing with you in this video is a 6-month action plan where I have sequenced each skill for month wise along with the resources to follow. And almost all the resources provided in the action plan come from one or two channels, making you feel comfortable with the teaching style from start to finish. Nothing feels like it came out of nowhere. Here is the 6-month roadmap. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to learn in which month and which resources to follow for each topic. Let's get into it. SQL, the foundation everything is built on. To learn SQL, I recommend Data with Bara, 30 hours SQL course. And I want to be honest with you. When I first saw the duration of this course, I almost skipped it for something shorter. That would have been a big mistake because this course goes all the way from zero to advanced, and also it covers data modeling and data warehousing. In the end of this course, you will do two projects which will be helpful for building your portfolio projects. Once you feel confident in SQL, start learning Python in month 2. Learn Python like a data engineer, not a developer. And here's where the most people make mistake. They try to learn Python the way a software developer would, like design patterns, full applications, architecture. If that's your path, you will spend 3 months on Python and still not be ready to write a single data pipeline. For data engineering, Python is a scripting and transformation tool. So start with data engineering specific Python basic course, then move to advanced. It builds directly on it. There's no gap when you are confused about prerequisites. Then learn pandas and numpy. Pandas specifically is the skill that makes or breaks month 3 because PySpark, which you will learn next month, has a data frame API that is almost identical to pandas. Every person who struggled with PySpark in month 3, the root cause was always the same. They didn't actually get comfortable with pandas first. So don't rush pandas. If you can read a messy CSV, clean the nulls, group the data and write it back out, you are ready for month 3. Spark and PySpark. This is where most freshers get lost. Let me tell you what happened to me in month 3. I made a mistake here that cost me almost a month. After Python, I jumped straight into PySpark because that's what every roadmap told me to do. Few days in, I was following along with, but I had this feeling inside me like I was just copying without understanding. So I stopped learning, went looking for beginner-friendly PySpark architecture and content, and found nothing useful for weeks. That gap nearly broke my momentum. So the first course in the month 3 is the Spark architecture. Before you write a single line of PySpark code, understand what the driver is, what the worker do, what an RDD is, why the transformations are lazy. This is a few hours of investment that saves weeks of confusion. Then the full PySpark course in Databricks free edition. Use the free edition throughout. Don't set up a local environment. Databricks is where you will be working professionally. So learn in the actual environment from day 1. Then optimization course. Finish month 3 with the PySpark interview questions and real-time scenario courses. Month 4, the cloud layer, Azure plus Databricks. Month 4 is the biggest month in terms of content. And for good reason, this is where everything connects. Azure is the cloud, Databricks is the engine, Delta Lake is the storage layer. And they all work together in the exact sequence these courses are ordered. Start with Azure basics. A few days in, then move directly to the Databricks. Unity Catalog is something I want to highlight specifically. A year ago, most interviews didn't ask about it. Now they do. It's Databricks Enterprise Data Governance layer. And if you understand it as a fresher, you're already ahead of most of the candidates. Then learn Delta Live Tables. It is also similar. And then Databricks Asset Bundles. I know this sounds advanced for a fresher, but it's a CI/CD framework for Databricks. You can skip this at this stage if you want because we will come back to this later. Month 5. The tools that connects everything. Azure Data Factory, Synapse, and Git. Month 5 is where everything you have built connects into the real system. Azure Data Factory is the orchestration layer, the control tower that schedules and automates the pipelines you have been building skill by skill. By month 5, you have SQL, Python, PySpark, Databricks, and Delta Lake. ADF is how you wire all together into something that runs on its own. Notice the order inside the ADF section. Basics first, then learn real-time scenarios, then interview questions, then you can move to the advanced CI/CD. And then move to the Synapse and Data Warehouse courses complete the picture from month 1. The star schemas, fact tables you learned in month 1. The month 5 is where you build them at cloud scale. Git is the last course in month 5. Dedicate some time to learn that. After learning Git, you can go back and learn the Databricks asset bundles and CI/CD in Azure Data Factory. In month 6, it's actually you build, show, and apply at the same time. Month 6 is the most important month and the most different from everything before it. Until now, every month had one job, learn. Month 6 has 3 jobs running in parallel. Build projects, build portfolio, and start applying for jobs. All 3 at the same time. No, not after another. When you are building in parallel, set up your GitHub properly. Push every project you build. Write a clean README file for each one. And optimize your Naukri and LinkedIn profiles up to date with your projects. And start applying while you are still building. Don't wait until all the projects are done. I made the mistake of waiting until I felt fully ready. There's no such thing. Apply when you are at 70%. The interviews will show you the remaining 30% faster than any extra week of preparation would. 6 months. That's the whole plan. SQL, data modeling in month 1, Python, pandas, and NumPy in month 2, Spark, PySpark and optimization in month 3, Azure, Databricks, Delta Lake, and DLT in month 4, and Azure Data Factory, Synapse, and Git in month 5. Building projects and portfolio and applying for jobs, all the running in parallel in month 6. Every resource in this plan is a specific YouTube course, free of cost, no paywalls, no certification fees required to get started. The only things you need are a laptop, a Databricks free tier account, and an Azure free tier account, and consistency. The people who make it in 6 months are more talented than the ones who are still stuck at 18 months. They have a plan and they follow it. You now have the plan. I'm going to link the full action plan in the description. If you found this useful, subscribe. And if you have questions about any stage in this plan, drop it in the comments. I will answer.